So with this manga and anime comparison review, we'll end my comparison reviews of Tokyo Ghoul for now, since I've now been confirmed that they're supposedly combining two arcs. So anyways, this chapter, Chapter 9 of Tokyo Ghoul, it pretty much finishes up Episode 2 of Tokyo Ghoul. And so, this chapter, honestly, I feel like was the weakest chapter out of all 9 chapters I have read from Tokyo Ghoul. It was definitely the weakest chapter, and I want to be honest with the chapter, okay? The reason why I personally do not like this chapter and I like it more in the anime is because the anime had more depth and mood and atmosphere to it. Now, let me get into actual more depth with this, okay? This chapter mainly focuses on Kaneki fighting Nishio and then seeing him getting savage over his friend, Hide, and wanting to eat his friend. In this chapter, it pretty much covers it, and all the stuff that was in the chapter was pretty much put into the episode. So, there wasn't much skipped, honestly, besides a little bit with Toka. Now, I want to get into that, okay? Toka is right at the beginning of Chapter 9, and you see her standing on this rooftop looking down at Nishio and Kaneki fighting, and you see her talking on the phone. She's like, I have important business to do right now, I'll contact you later. And she jumps down to, I guess, help out Kaneki. She watched Nishio and Kaneki fight. But here's the big thing, okay? In the anime, she pops out of nowhere, but in the manga, it kind of makes sense, but that's not a big issue, okay? That's not a big issue right now. I want to look past that. The overall depth of the manga felt rather weak compared to the anime because they actually had a little bit of filler in the anime. Now, let me get into this, okay? The Chapter 9's artwork was very poor. Like, the artwork looked really bad. It wasn't the best artwork I've seen. Out of all the chapters I read of Tokyo Ghoul, it definitely did not have the best artwork. It was probably one of the worst chapters because there was a lot of panels in this chapter that did not even look like Kaneki. For instance, when you see Kaneki, you know, biting his finger, he's drooling on himself like in the anime. You see that in the manga, but it doesn't even look recognizable. Like, Kaneki doesn't even look like the same person. Like, I mean, the art is just so unrecognizable. You just like, what is that? You're squinting at the screen because it's so weird looking. I feel like the anime took this chapter and made it a lot better because it added a little bit of filler between Nishio and Kaneki fighting just a little bit, a couple second scenes, and then they had an entire scene to where you had more atmosphere and feeling to when Kaneki was talking to himself with Rize and saying, now, like, I want to eat my friend and all that. And there was a couple of things, honestly, that was pretty funny in the manga chapter compared to the anime. In the anime, it kept to a more psychological state, and it had a lot of that, like, oh my god, is he gonna eat his friend? That's exactly how we felt watching the anime for the first time. With the manga, it's like I said, it does not keep that appeal to it like the anime does, but it adds something very funny, like comical. Like, I mean, like, what the fuck? The artwork of that entire thing just threw me for a loop, and I'm like, why was this not in the freaking anime? Okay, so I want to have the picture somewhere on the screen right now. I don't know where it's going to be, but there is a scene in the manga panel, probably on the screen somewhere, that was not in the anime, and I'm like, what the hell? It's freaking hilarious the way it looks. The artwork of seeing Hide laying as, like, on a dinner plate, and you see Kaneki holding, like, a fork and a knife. I'm like, what the fuck? It just looks really freaking weird. But overall, I feel like the anime succeeded. It definitely surpassed this chapter. Oh my god, by 10 to 20 times. I'm not saying that the manga is bad, but this chapter overall, just the artwork is yeah. I'm not even going to go into it, okay? So anyways, I guess this is going to conclude my final comparison review of Tokyo Ghoul for now. I don't know when I'm going to do a Chapter 10 comparison. I don't know. It depends on the manga readers to let me know. But I have enjoyed doing this, and I definitely have enjoyed this experiment of doing comparison reviews with the manga and anime. I've had a lot of people, you know, a lot of Chibis say that this is a good idea, and then I've had a couple say I shouldn't do this. I understand the reason why certain anime watchers like myself do not want to read the manga, why they probably don't want me to do a comparison review, because they don't want me to spoil myself and go past, you know, the anime. You all have nothing to worry about on that, okay? I am the type of person I'd rather watch my anime. You know how I am, everybody, seriously. Just the reason why I want to do it, I wanted to try something different, because the reason why I came up with this idea is because when I was watching Black Bullet, I just constantly have people say, like, oh, it's about pacing all you care about, rushing, or sticking to the original source. They didn't understand. And so I decided, since this series is so good, Tokyo Ghoul has had such a phenomenal start, everybody loves this series, I wanted to see if the studio is adapting this properly. That's exactly why I started these comparison reviews. I want to see exactly what they're doing wrong and why they are doing it. and I want to see if they destroy a certain series. That's what I'm doing, honestly. That's what made me want to start these comparison reviews, because I want to see what exactly happens when, you know, they go off track from a manga or an anime or something. You get what I'm saying? For instance, I don't want to see another Black Bullet, and I want to see how it goes downhill, if it does. So, anyways, everybody, let me know your thoughts all about this review, these comparison reviews. I'm curious about how all of you think about it, because I've had a lot of fun, and if a lot of you really enjoy these a lot, I definitely will try to span out these comparison reviews to other anime that I'm currently watching. But overall, everybody, thank you for supporting this idea of mine so far. It means so much to me that you would. I've enjoyed this ride of reading the manga for the first 9 chapters. It was really fun, and I definitely can't wait to be able to read the manga once the anime ends, because I'm looking forward to finding out what will happen. Everybody, you have a wonderful night or day wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.